Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the 2012 Cleveland Browns changing their history rebuild here on Madden 24 on the PC. We are entering episode number 3, season number 3, and things are about to get a little bit spicy. So last episode, if you did miss it, make sure you go back and watch it. But if you did miss it, here's a little bit of a recap. We went through the 2014 draft. Forgot for a second. We went through the 2014 draft, and I feel like we came away with an amazing draft, considering how I was a little bit concerned with our draft in 2013. Although we came away with some very good players in that draft, I was slightly concerned because we still don't have a quarterback and all that kind of stuff. I was a little bit worried how we were going to play. But then we get to the 2014 draft, and I feel like we came away with an amazing haul. We ended up with 2 first-round picks in that class, and we got Aaron Donald and Jadeveon Clowney. Our defensive line is now unbelievably stacked for the future. If both of those guys develop, and let's be fair, we know for a fact that Aaron Donald is going to develop. Jadeveon Clowney is a different story, but I would expect him to. We are going to be unbelievably good in the future. And plus, just because we have Jadeveon Clowney doesn't mean he's going to be sticking on the defensive line. If there's a draft class coming up, say a Myles Garrett in 2017, we can stand Clowney up and as a rush outside linebacker, put Garrett on the defensive line, and then we've got an unbelievable defense. So see, these are the kind of things that you got to think about as you progress through a rebuild like this. But we are entering season 3. It is the 2014-2015 season, so we are going to be going and finishing this episode with the 2015 NFL draft class, which obviously has Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota as the number 1 and 2 picks. I'm not 100% sure what else is in that class. We will find out as we load in the class and take a deeper dive into it, but those are the 2 guys that are popping in my head right now. As for our team goes, we did end up trading for Johnny Manziel at the end of last episode. He got taken by Washington in, I think, the second round or maybe the early third round in that draft last episode. And then in the preseason, before we started simulating, before I ended the episode, I traded for Johnny Manziel. I probably could have gotten a lot more for him, or a lot more with him, I guess, for the person that we traded away. But we brought him in. He's going to be our starting quarterback. At least I have him as the number 1 quarterback. I don't know if the simulation is going to switch him out because he's a lower overall. I'll keep an eye on it to make sure that he is the starter. But Johnny Football, man, he's got a hidden development. I'm assuming it's only star, but hey, star development's better than what we have with squishy-faced Brandon Whedon or EJ Manuel, who have normal development and suck. So Johnny Manziel might suck too, but at least he's got hidden development. Let's get into the episode. Let's figure out the game plan for this episode with the draft, with free agency, with what the team needs, all that kind of stuff. If you guys going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club if you want to see this done with any other team in the 2012 era or the 2015 era or real life era. Let me know down below in the comments. I'd be happy to add them into the rotation. Without further ado, let's get into the episode. I will catch you guys there. We are faced with a 79 overall offense. Johnny Manziel is our starting quarterback from Texas A&M. 6 foot tall, 92 throw power. His accuracies are a little spotty. He needs a lot of work, basically. But that's what we knew going into acquiring him. We knew he's going to need a lot of work. We have Trent Richardson, who is developing very nicely. You love to see it. He's only 23 years old. If we can keep him under contract, we've got ourselves a franchise running back. As for receiver, we're still not I'm still not too happy with the way the receiving core looks, but we have a young Adam Thielen who has superstar development. That's a nice start. We have Josh Gordon. In the past 2 seasons, as I've been simulating, Josh Gordon has gotten breakout wide receiver scenarios, but he has not gotten actually to go up from normal to star. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with Josh Gordon. He is still very young, but he's just such a low overall. He needs to have a really, really big season one of these years so that he can progress and maybe be our number one receiver. Or we'll have to look elsewhere, probably elsewhere. As for the offensive line, we are looking really, really solid on the offensive line. We do preferably want to switch out our two guards, but our left tackle's phenomenal. Our center's really, really good. How old is Mack now at this point? He's 28, so we are going to need to move on from Alex Mack at some point in this rebuild. That's why we've gotten our backup plans in Ryan Jensen and Corey Linsley, but they're super low overalls right now, so we'll see what we do with that. John Greco is our right guard, and then Mitchell Schwartz. I had been talking about trading Mitchell Schwartz, but that was before we found out that Jake Matthews was a 71 overall in normal development. If he was a 71 with star, then I would consider it. But 71 normal is a little bit more difficult to persuade everybody into agreeing to trade Mitchell Schwartz, because we could probably get a decent haul for Mitchell Schwartz. Obviously, we've got Travis Kelce, who is our number one tight end for hopefully the rest of this rebuild, and is a 78 overall. We've also got Aaron Hernandez. And then on defense, we've got ourselves our two franchise cornerstones in Aaron Donald, Hall of Famer Aaron Donald, 23-year-old rookie. I wish he was 22, but 23-year-old rookie. I'm assuming he's going to have X Factor, but I don't know for sure. I don't remember. And then Jadeveon Clowney as well. Oh, baby. We've got ourselves a dominant pass rush, especially with Atiba Rubin. And then on the defensive line, we've got Greg Hardy and we've got Jabal Sheard. We need to work a little bit more on the linebacking core for sure. The linebacking core has been slacking a little bit. We need to get some new additions in there. I did bring in Desmond Bishop. He was in free agency, so he's only a 65 overall, but we didn't have any middle linebackers on the roster at all, so I needed to bring in one. So we got that. We still have LJ Fort. We have TJ Ward and Gibson, who I'm hoping will continue to develop and play well. Then as for the corners, we got Bouye and Roby Coleman and Joe Hayden, obviously, but everybody else we'll have to see. We will have to see. The 2015 draft class is next up. Let's load it in and figure out what our game plan is going to be. 2015, here we go. That's right, it's Amari Cooper's class, Leonard Williams. All right, so this is going to be interesting. Quarterback, obviously we could look quarterback, but I don't think we're going to have a top 5 pick anyway, so we'll probably steer clear of a quarterback unless there's somebody down the board that we can find, and it doesn't look like there's going to be. So we don't need a Winston or a Mariota. As for running backs, we have Trent Richardson, who I'm hoping is going to be our franchise guy, but it wouldn't hurt to maybe find a possible replacement if he gets too expensive, or just a backup in general. And one of these guys could be that, like a Duke Johnson, like a Jay Ajayi. One of these guys could end up being a backup for us. Thomas Rawls, even. He was a solid running back for a couple seasons with the Seahawks. As far as receivers go, we certainly are in the market for receiver. That is 100% true. Are we going to be in the market to get one of these receivers? Is a different story. Devontae Parker I'll put on there. Tyler Lockett, Ty Montgomery, Stephon Diggs would be huge to grab. Even Jamison Crowder. For some reason, Brett Huntley's a wide receiver. I don't know why. Tony Lippett, I remember him. He had like one season with the Dolphins. Devin Smith for sure. Dorial Green Beckham. Anybody remember him? Kenny Bell. There's Darren Waller. Possible tight end replacement for Travis Kelce. We'll keep him on there. He did play wide receiver. If you're not familiar, he did play wide receiver for a few seasons before transitioning to tight end. I don't know if he played those few seasons in the NFL. He was a wide receiver at college, I'm pretty sure. All right, so that's the wide receivers I'm going to add to the board. Tight ends, like I said, if we're going to bring in a tight end, it's going to be Darren Waller. I don't think there's any other tight ends that I would prefer. Maybe a Nick O'Leary, I guess, but he's going to be a super low overall, so it's probably not even worth it. This isn't a strong tight end class, let's just say that. As for left tackles, Brandon Scherf could be a nice guard replacement for us. There's Eric Flowers. We know from our 2015 Giants rebuild that Eric Flowers has X Factor, so maybe that's a move. Maybe that is a move, but I don't know if that's the same deal because that's a whole different mod in general, so I don't know if it's going to be the same thing. We'll keep him on the board, keep an eye on him. I don't know if it's going to be true or not. Donovan Smith, I highly doubt it. Lyle Collins for sure. Trent Brown even. And then left guards, you got Mitch Morse, okay. You've got Quentin Spain. And that's about it for guards. Center, or at least left guards. Shaq Mason could be turned into a right guard. David Andrews down there. Final center on the board. Could be our future center. You never know. I'll also put Cam Irvin on there just in case. And then right guards, Ali Marpet. Who else? Mark Glowinski could be something. That could be a nice option for us. That's about it there. And then right tackles, Havenstein, Daryl Williams. And I'm not seeing a whole lot else. Offensive line class, not great. Defensive line. Since we already have Clowney and Donald, I'm not too pressed about trading up or being in position to get one of these guys, but we'll still keep them on the board just in case. Beasley, Shane Ray, Mario Edwards Jr., Daniil Hunter, Trey Flowers. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to grab one of these guys down the board, certainly for depth purposes, but we're not going to be... It's not going to be like last year where I'm like, we have to get up and get one of these guys. That's not the position we're going to be in this year for a defensive line. Dante Fowler, Bud Dupree, Eric Armstead, Randy Gregory. Who else? Frank Clark and Zadarius Smith. I know for a fact that Zadarius Smith is a low overall, so we'll have to keep that in mind as well. Same thing with like Matt Judon. What else do we got? We got D-tackles. D-tackle I could be in the market for. I know we have a Tiber Rubin and Aaron Donald, but I could certainly be in the market for a backup D-tackle, like a Danny Shelton or a Malcolm Brogdon. Or not a Malcolm Brogdon, that's a basketball player. Malcolm Brown. Maybe even an Eddie Goldman type. I could see that. Certainly a Grady Jarrett type. Absolutely. Anybody else? Maybe a Mike Bennett. I'm not really seeing anybody else. I really like the Grady Jarrett option. We might have to be in the market for that. Left outside linebackers, you got Shaq Thompson. And that's about it. Okay. All right. Whatever. The middle linebackers, not a whole lot either. You got Bernardo McKinney. You got Eric Kendricks, Denzel Perryman. And that is it. Right outside linebackers, Jordan Hicks and Quan Alexander. We've been through this class a few times, so I'm kind of starting to remember who's decent overall and who's not. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Corners, you got Trey Waynes, Marcus Peters, Byron Jones, Ronald Darby. We definitely would be interested in a corner. I don't know if probably not first round, but we could certainly be persuaded into taking a corner in this class if we can find the right fit. Maybe like a Quandre Diggs. Super late down the board. That's probably everybody. There's Kevin White again. I don't know why they duplicated him. Free safeties, Demarius Randall, Adrian Amos. I don't think we're going to be... I guess I shouldn't say that because safety is up in the air. We got TJ Ward and Tayshaun Gibson, but they're high 70s with star development. If we could find somebody that's younger and still high 70s star development, that would be a very good trade-off, I guess. So we could be in the market for a safety. I don't know if it's going to be one of these guys, but safety definitely is a possibility. Landon Collins, Jaquiski Tartt, even Ibrahim Campbell down the board. All those guys could be options. And then for kickers, don't really like any of the kickers available. Punters, maybe Bradley Pinion, but who cares at that point. All right, then we've got our board. So as we progress through this, we'll learn more about these guys. Obviously, we will use our focus players, our scouting, all that kind of stuff to figure out. But at the moment, I'm kind of targeting like 2 or 3 guys. I'm targeting Stephon Diggs. I'm targeting maybe even Brandon Scherf. I'm certainly targeting, where's he at? Grady Jarrett. And then after that, I'm kind of just up in the air. Maybe a Landon Collins. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see where we are in terms of positioning, draft positioning. Are we going to have a good season, or is Johnny Manziel going to hold us back? That's a big question that needs to be answered this season during simulation. As for our draft picks, we have currently a first-round pick, which is projected pick number 5, but it's beginning of season. That's not going to stay that way. But then we don't have a second-round pick. We have a 3rd, a 4, a 6, and a 7 this year. And then next season, we don't have a first-round pick because I traded it to get... Did Did I trade it to get Jadeveon Clowney or to get Aaron Donald? I don't remember. I think it was to get Jadeveon Clowney. I traded it. So it's going to be an interesting couple of episodes with not having a second-round pick this year and not having a first-round pick in 2016 when that has, like, Zeke and Joey Bosa and all of those guys. So we'll have to figure that out. But as of right now, we don't have a first-round pick next episode. Let's start simulating, get to around the midseason mark, get to week 8, and then reevaluate, see where we are. Maybe if we're in position to be bad, maybe we trade to get another first-round pick or a second-round pick. I don't know. We'll find out. I will simulate to around week 8, and then I'll bring you guys back in. Week 8 is upon us, and we currently sit at 2-4. So we'll have to make some decisions based on that. Bengals are having a good season. We are right there in the thick of things for the top pick in the draft. Titans are 0-6, Steelers are 1-5, but everybody else is a 2-win team. We will decide what we want to do, but we've got national focus, we've got negotiations, and we got the mock draft. So it's going to be a busy little section of this clip. And we've got Joe Hayden who needs a new contract. He's going to take up a lot of money, but I want Joe Hayden locked up. I know he doesn't want to be here. He wants to be in a warm weather state. Understandable. But I want you here, Joe. I absolutely do. I don't know when you're going to start to regress, but I want you back, and he's coming back. Perfect. Atiba Rubin, I also want back, even though you're 28. That's a lot of money for Atiba Rubin. I never thought I'd be saying that, but he's coming back as well. $17 million. That's enough to probably negotiate with Buster Screen to get him back. He's coming back. $16 million. I do want Jabal Sheard for depth purposes. It's just a matter of if he'll accept. I'll give him $4.5 million. He's coming back as well. 6.9. This left tackle is not super expensive, so we might be able to grab him. And he says he's coming back. We didn't even give a bonus to him. All right, so $5.4 million. It looks like this season we're not going to have the crazy amount of salary cap that we've had in the past couple episodes to go in free agency. So now that negotiations are all done, we can go to the mock draft and see what mock draft number 2 has for us. The Titans with the number 1 pick taking Dante Fowler. Jameis going 2 to the Raiders. Kevin White 3 to the Lions. Good luck with that. Danny Shelton 4 to the Steelers. Eagles get Marcus Mariota. We have number 10 taking Tony Lippett. I'm not taking Tony Lippett. Okay, so Amari Cooper 7 right now. Obviously, the things will change because this is only mock draft number 2. But it's a little bit intriguing to see where they kind of value some of these guys early doors. And then the final thing is national focus. Corner and receiver are obviously our 2 needs, and those are 2 strengths of the class. I do have a couple corners on my board, a good amount, and receiver I have a couple. I have more receivers. I think I'm going to use receiver because I definitely want to know a lot about Stephon Diggs, and I want to know a lot about Darren Waller as well. So let's use it on receivers. Learn everything we can about them. If I could come away with Stephon Diggs and Darren Waller, I feel like that'd be pretty solid in terms of receivers. Obviously, we would move Darren Waller to tight end at some point, but that would be pretty good. So with all that being done, can I trade for a first-round pick next year? Because I'm not really bothered about getting a high first-round pick, or 2 first, I should say. I'm not really bothered about getting 2 first-round picks this year. But next year, I could certainly see that happening. It's just a matter of how do we go about doing that. Maybe Alex Mack is the way that we do that. Maybe we trade Alex Mack to get a first-round pick next season. That could be a possibility. Also, maybe we draft a couple, like maybe we go and get Brandon Scherf, and then we get another offensive lineman, and we trade Greco and the other guy. See, these are all possibilities. These are all very big possibilities. See, if we trade Alex Mack, I'm sure Alex Mack could probably fetch us a first-round pick, but if we trade Greco and Lauvau, Manziel's got star development, by the way. If we do that, Maybe we could package those two guys to get a first-round pick. Because we have Batonio already. So it's not like we absolutely need a guard. But if we get Brandon Scherf, maybe that's our first-round pick. Maybe Brandon Scherf's our first-round pick. That could be something. I wouldn't absolutely hate that. That's for sure. Where do they have Brandon Scherf going right now? After our pick, that's at least. He's going 14 to the Vikings as of mock draft number 2. I'm assuming he's not going to go that much higher in the next couple mock drafts, but we will find out. Let's keep simulating to week 11. I'm definitely going to use some points on Brandon Scherf now. We actually beat the Bears, and we have ourselves a tandem breakout on the offense. It's Josh Gordon and Adam Thielen. I'm going to praise Josh Gordon. I doubt that anything comes of this because usually when this stuff happens, it doesn't work. It worked for Atiba Rubin, but that wasn't a tandem breakout. But that's about the only guy. And Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel has himself a breakout quarterback scenario. If he goes up to superstar, that would be unreal. I doubt that either of those are going to work, but it would be awesome if they did. Travis Kelce seems to be developing really quickly. So does AJ Bouye and Adam Thielen, to be fair. Let's see if either one of those or both of them work. We did beat the Vikings. Oh, man, okay. So we'll check out the breakout offense first, the tandem breakout. And Josh Gordon did not get it. I didn't think he was going to. That's like the third time that Josh Gordon's had a scenario where he could go up to star development, and he's failed. But did Johnny Manziel get it? Another huge day for Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel has gone to superstar development. Oh my God, we've got our quarterback. Oh my God, we've got ourselves our quarterback, ladies and gentlemen. He goes up from star to superstar development. He is still very low overall. But oh my God, I did not see that coming at all. I did not expect him to get it. Johnny Manziel, man. He's got that magic. He's got that magic. Johnny Football, superstar development player, playing up to a 67, but his XP goes very quickly because he's such a low overall. So he can get up fairly quickly to like a mid-70s by the end of the season, I would expect, if we continue to have good seasons or good games. We take on the Lions now, and we have lost to the Lions by 3. That's a little tough because I thought we were going on a little bit of a momentum. And Josh Gordon once again gets a development upgrade. And so did Johnny Manziel. I didn't know if you saw that, but Johnny Manziel got an upgrade as well. So now we come to week 11. Choosing our focus players. This is where we got to make decisions. I already said that I want to make my decision on Brandon Scherf. But we got to keep in mind that we might not be in position to get Brandon Scherf. So we got to go maybe somewhere else. Maybe like, I probably want to know a little bit about David Andrews because he could certainly be somebody I take. But I think I'm going to use the other one on Ali Marpet because I want to know how good those guys are. So 3 offensive line focus players for week 11. Very, very intriguing. I can't believe Johnny Manziel's superstar development. Absolutely insane. We lose to the Packers. Not a surprise there. Not a surprise. Week 12, we do beat the Jets. We're in contention. We're probably not going to make the playoffs this year, but we are battling. We're not as bad as I once thought. We have made some decisions that have helped this team, although we do lose to the Ravens, so that's not great. But the Steelers are right there. Steelers are bad. And we beat them, as we should have. Now we take on the Bengals, who are top of the division. Aaron Donald's starting to grow. AJ Bouye's getting another upgrade. I saw that. He's going to end up being pretty solid for us. We are tied with the Ravens for second in the division. And probably not going to make the playoffs because there's a lot of 7-win teams. Holy crap. There's a lot of 7-win teams. The Titans are 2 wins still. At least they got some wins. We're kind of out of the contention for a top pick in the draft this year. So I don't really want to be in no man's land, which is the path that we're trending on being on. But we beat the Bengals 7-7. Wow, okay. 3 more games left to go. We still play the Bengals one more time. Taking on the Bills. We beat the Bills. We are 8-7, ladies and gentlemen. We are 8-7. This could be a playoff appearance for the first time in Cleveland history. Well, I shouldn't say that. For the first time in a long time. We take on the Dolphins, who are 4-11. Come on, boys. Come on, Manziel. Get it done. Get it done. 21-0 with a breakout D-line scenario. Could that be Tebow Rubin for X Factor? Could that be a Tebow Rubin for Superstar X Factor? Oh, my God. Oh, it's Jabal Sheard. Oh, that's perfect. I would love that. We just re-signed him. So Jabal Sheard in Week 18 has a chance to go from normal to star against Cincinnati. And this is for the division as well. Because if we win this game, we have the 2-game series victory over them. So we would jump them at 10-7. They would fall to 10-7, and we would be the division winners. We would win the division with this game. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy that we could win the division. Johnny Manziel is playing amazing in his rookie season. Are we going to get Rookie of the Year Johnny Manziel? I don't know if he's in. Is he in the running for it? He's got 3,800 yards already. Yearly awards. AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's second behind Odell. Oh my God. If Johnny Manziel has a good day in Week 18, he could take home Rookie of the Year, and that would mean he would go up to X Factor. Oh my God. I think we have to jump in and see if we can help the team win this game. Also, Jabal Sheard, star development is on the line. Okay, I think the Bengal jerseys might be a little bit glitched in this jump in, but we are tied 7-7, and we are up 10-7 in the second quarter. 10-10. Bengals go back and they get a field goal. Come on, defense. 20-10. Things are getting a little bit spook. It's 20-10. We have the ball to start the second half. We have a turnover. That's not great. Let's see what Johnny Manziel can do. Throw it quickly. That's going to be caught by Josh Gordon. I'm excited. I'm excited to play with Johnny Manziel. 2nd and 4. We change the play to a run to get Trent Richardson involved. Trent Richardson tries to fall forward. Could not get the first down. We will go read option on 3rd down. That's a little risky. This might just be a handoff to Trent Richardson. It's going to be. Richardson, get up the field. There it is. 1st down. That's massive. Let's go verticals now. We will go with the verticals. Because Johnny Manziel going to step up and run. Johnny football. 2nd and 1, baby. That is quite the scramble right there. And now we've got Kelsey. We got to keep in mind who we're going to target here. Can Manziel hit Travis Kelsey down the field? Incomplete. Cincinnati knocks it down. That wasn't a great throw from Manziel, to be honest, so not surprised that didn't work. Is Beanie in the backfield? Beanie's in the backfield now. On 3rd and 1. Give it to the Beanie. And he's got the 1st down. Good job, Beanie. That's why we brought you in. Big powerhouse running back. Jake Matthews is running a route at tight end. Did not expect to say that. I got to step up in the pocket. I didn't have anything. Geno Atkins brings me down. There was nothing available for me. I had all my backups in, so that's not helpful. 2nd and 15. Oh, that's a little bit risky, but Thielen brings it in. I don't know how Thielen brought it in, but he did. That was an insane catch and a wobbler of a throw from Johnny Manziel because I got hit on it. I didn't expect that to happen at all. Olshansky just blew down my guard. John Greco, I wasn't ready for that. I just simply was not ready for him to get knocked down on his back. He turtled him. Can we progress forward? 4th quarter action. We score. It's 20-17. Come on, defense. We get the ball back. We have the ball back. It is 20-17. With a chance to take the lead against the Bengals for the division. Manziel in. Thielen drops. 4th and 4. The ball wasn't thrown as hard as it needed to be. I feel like we got to go for this, right? It's 4th and 4 from our own 9. I feel like we have to go for this. This could be a very dumb idea. And it might end up being that. Held on by Travis Kelce. Oh my God. Held on by Travis Kelce. Johnny Magic. The Manziel Magic. What an insane play that I just did there. I can't believe it worked. But I'm not arguing. I'm going to roll. I'm going to set my feet. Find Adam Thielen. Okay. Run some hurry up. Maybe go a little vertical. Aaron Hernandez, Travis Kelce. That's who I'm looking at. Although I'm going to scramble. I got a lot of room on the edge. Give me a block, Trent. No, he didn't block the right guy, but that's okay. Because I still got myself a good amount of yards. And we got one final play before the 2-minute warning. If Richardson can get out in the screen, he is. There's a block. Trent, find your space. 2-minute warning is here. We are moving the ball up the field. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Step up in the pocket, Manziel. Slide down. Get that first. Perfect. Absolutely brilliant. We're going to go with an escape play because that gives me the underneath of Adam Thielen. But also, it gives me a throw on the run of Aaron Hernandez, and it was not accurate. I may be asking a little bit too much of Johnny Manziel. That was a little bit insane. But that's okay. I don't see Josh Gordon out there. I don't like what I have. I don't like what I have. Kelce, go up the field. Travis Kelce! Oh my God, Travis Kelce almost brought that in. Oh my God, that would have been absolutely unbelievable if he would have caught that. I sent him up the field, and he just dropped it. He got hit pretty hard. I'm going to change Adam Thielen's route to a streak, and we are going to see what happens on this one. Wide open. Wide open. It's Greg Little. Greg Little down the field. Run, Greg. Oh, my God. Greg Little on the slant ends up getting wide open, and we've got ourselves a 1st and goal from the 3. The snap, handoff, Richardson bounces outside. Trent Richardson scores, and the Browns take the lead in a minute left to go. Johnny Football executed a brilliant drive. Oh my God. What an insane moment that was. What an absolute insane moment. The Bengals are under a minute to go. Knock that down. Oh my God. 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 He broke a tackle. Tackle him. Andy Dalton just threw to Jermaine Gresham, and it's 32 seconds, no timeouts. 32 seconds, no timeouts. They are at the 26-yard line. Get to the quarterback. Get to Andy Dalton. He's wide open. Incomplete pass. Wow. Dalton missed him. Andy Dalton missed him. 28 seconds, no timeouts for the Bengals. Come on, defense, get to Dalton. Reuben, Clowney, incomplete. It's 3rd and 10 from the 26. They have to score a touchdown here. They can't rely on the field goal. That's not going to do them any good. 23 seconds remain in the game. A chance to win the division is on the line. Somebody get to the quarterback. Clowney, he chases him. It's a throwaway. 4th and 10. Dalton, what are you doing? Great defensive coverage from the boys, and it's the final play of the game. Donald wins immediately. Bring him down. Tackle him. Yes, they can't get it. They can't get it. 1 second, we're going to win. 24-20, the Browns win, and the Browns have clinched the division. We sweep the Bengals in the season series 2-0, and we jump them in the division. Johnny Manziel executed the greatest 2-minute drive or 1-minute drive, whatever it was, I've ever seen. Oh my God, that was unbelievable. Johnny Football. Who needs to study playbooks when you've got natural talent like that? Wow. That was unreal. The dramatic finish that I was not expecting, but I'm glad we had. We win against the Bengals. Oh, that's right. I didn't even remember. Did Jabal Sheard get the play? Jabal Sheard star development. And we've got him locked up for like 3 or 4 years. Jabal Sheard, that's what I needed, man. Everything is coming up juice right now. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Simulate to the wild card round. It should say that we jumped the Bengals, and we did. Playoff appearance for the Browns in season 3. Jabal Sheard gets his upgrade. He's a 75 now. Man, what an episode this has been. And we still got the offseason to go. What an episode this has been. We take on the Buffalo Bills, who I think we beat. I'm going to play it cool. We're not going to guarantee a win. That's a little crazy. But maybe we can ride that momentum into the wild card round. Let's take a look at the stats. So Johnny Manziel, 4,100 yards, 21 touchdowns to just 15, or to 15 picks. For Johnny Manziel, he's got the franchise quarterback tag. That's a fine season. Is that Rookie of the Year numbers? I don't know what Odell did in his final game, but I hope Johnny Manziel got Rookie of the Year. Trent Richardson got over 1,000 yards with 11 touchdowns. And Johnny Manziel actually had perfect. He had 420 yards. I wouldn't expect anything less. And 9 touchdowns. Josh Gordon and Aaron Hernandez both had 1,000 yards. Gordon had 1,100 with 8 touchdowns. Hernandez had 4 touchdowns. Thielen had 900 yards and 3 touchdowns. Kelsey got a little bit of usage, but it seems like Aaron Hernandez was the favorite target for Manziel. Shocker. And then we go to the defense. Sean Smith led the team with 108 tackles. Okay. Batamosi had 107. Pierre Lewis had 100. I wouldn't be mad if he went up to star. Joe Hayden had 98. Donald had 81 with 16 and a half sacks. Atiba Rubin, 26 tackles for loss. Clowney, 21. Sack leader was Donald with 16 and a half. That's got to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Got to be. 8.5 sacks for Clowney. 4 for Sheard with 28 tackles. Rubin had 3.5. So did Gukong. Is that how you say Gokong? I don't know how to say his name. He's not going to be here very long anyway. 5 picks for Sean. Holy crap. Sean Smith had a really good year. 3 for Hayden, 2 for Pierre Lewis, and 1 for Gibson. What a season. What an episode. We got some of that Johnny Manziel magic, man. That Manziel magic. And now we take on the Buffalo Bills in the wild card round. Can we keep the miracle ride alive? No. Of course. We get this dramatic finish to Week 18, win the division, make the playoffs, and we lose in the first round. That makes 100% sense. Yeah, but that's okay. We weren't a championship team or anything like that. We weren't ready to go to the playoffs. We just happened to be there on the back of some crazy luck, you could say. So let's get to the actual important stuff, which is the offseason. Free agency, the draft, all that good stuff. We got Rookie of the Year. I see the achievement down below. You can't see it. My camera's blocking it. But we do have Rookie of the Year. I don't know if that means double Rookie of the Year or if it just means Aaron Donald, because I'm assuming Donald did win it. And he's got 3 upgrades. So Johnny Manziel doesn't have any upgrades here, so I'm guessing he didn't win. But Aaron Donald does have 3 upgrade points. So he's now an 87, which is unbelievable. Love to see that. I'm so happy we drafted him. Patriots and Panthers in the Super Bowl. Was that in the Giants rebuild the Patriots and Panthers were in the Super Bowl? I don't remember. I know that we just had that matchup recently. 21-16, Patriots get it done. I would love to see that. That makes me happy. Let's go to season recap. So we've got Tom Brady winning MVP of the Super Bowl, Rodgers winning MVP of the league. Odell does beat Johnny Manziel for Offensive Rookie of the Year, but Donald wins defensive. So, yeah. So it was back-to-back Super Bowls. Patriots and Panthers, back-to-back Super Bowls, but the Patriots got their win back. Patriots have been in the Super Bowl every year. 2012, 2013, 2014. The dynasty is back, baby. Oh, I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so let's get to the re-sign period. I do want to take a look at the lineup just to see if what kind of dev trade upgrades we've gotten, what kind of progression we've gotten. Because Manziel, even if he didn't win Rookie of the Year, he had a good enough season to where he could go up to X Factor. So we'll see. He stays at Superstar. Not a big deal. But he's still playing pretty well. Thielen grows. Richardson grows. Mack is now Superstar. That'll help us out if we need to trade him. And on the defense, X Factors for both Aaron Donald and Jadeveon Clowney. Bouyer's up to X Factor. Sean Smith is X Factor. He's star. Jabal Sheard we knew got star. You love to see it. We just need to work. Batamosi's Superstar. Okay. We just need to work on this linebacking core. If we can figure that out, Kevin Pierre-Louis is also star, so we'll move him up. But if we can work on this linebacking core, we will be set to go. You love to see it. Oh, Ruben, I didn't even say, Atiba Rubin is an X factor. What is going on? What is going on? We don't want Bouye to be our X factor ability because he's not going to play too much. Not yet, at least. So we'll switch that to Aaron Donald. And oh my God, this is great progression. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. I don't think there's anybody else that we need to re-sign. I think we took care of that last time we looked at this. Greg Little had that amazing catch, but he was super slow. I don't want Greg Little anymore. We're going to let everybody else walk. Even Jason Pinkston, because we have good guard depth, and if we bring in another guard this offseason, we won't need Pinkston. So we are going to go straight to free agency with $33 million in available cap. So we can make some moves if there's anybody here. Jason Peters, but he's 33. Isn't this weird? Jason Peters is 33 years old in 2015. He's still in the league. He is like 43 years old, 42 years old. He is still playing. He doesn't play much, but he's still playing. Marcel Reese is an X Factor fullback, and he's got no offers. I might throw an offer at Marcel Reese. Quarterback, Andy Dalton, you sold on the final game of the season. I don't want you. We got our quarterback. Running backs, Mark Ingram would be interesting. That could be a nice backup to Trent Richardson. I wouldn't hate that. I'll offer Mark Ingram a contract. Didn't I do that in the rebuild? I think I did that in one of the rebuilds. I offered Mark Ingram a contract, and he actually played pretty well. So we'll offer him a contract. I kind of want to offer Marcel Reese a contract. I know we don't usually use fullbacks that much, but I kind of want to offer him a contract. Receivers, you got Roddy White at 33, Michael Crabtree at 27, but he's got 12 offers. Man, we are in a bad spot for wide receivers, and there's just nobody that I want is the problem. Tight ends, same deal, but we have a good depth at tight end. Left tackles, we don't need. Left guards, we could use, but I don't want. Centers, we're pretty solid on center. Right guard, don't want anybody here. And then right tackle, same deal. Okay, so defensive line. We're pretty solid. I mean, we got Jadeveon Clowney, Rubin, Donald, and Sheard. We don't really need anybody on the defensive line, at least not to start. We don't need any starters. A backup wouldn't hurt, but we could get those in the draft, I guess. Outside linebackers, we certainly could use. Jerry Hughes. Ooh, I know he's only a 71, but that could be sneaky good. I'll throw an offer on Jerry Hughes. That might be a nice little value pickup that nobody's really thinking about because he's only a 71. I know he's 27. He could be a nice role player for us. We certainly need a middle linebacker. I don't care who it is because we just need somebody to fill a spot. AJ Hawk for sure. Definitely want the Hawk. Give me the Hawk. All right, so that is 4 of our 5 offers. Anybody else? Corner. We're actually pretty comfortable at corner right now, especially with the development of Bouye. Free safeties, strong safeties. I think we're pretty good. We're going to offer 4 people. Marcel Reese, Mark Ingram, Jerry Hughes, AJ Hawk. Those are going to be our 4 guys. Everybody but Hawk signed, and everybody signed with us. Amazing. Ooh, the Broncos are now in on AJ Hawk. He's decided, and he decided to go with the Broncos. AJ, really? Really, AJ? You went with the Broncos? That's upsetting. I really thought he signed with us. I mean, we were a 4-star or a 4-bar offer on him. I thought he'd accept for sure. Well, we need somebody. I don't want to try to outbid for him, so we're gonna go for Daniil Ellerbe. It's a little expensive. But we need a linebacker. We need depth at middle linebacker, so we need something. I can't believe that AJ Hawk said no to that. That's crazy. All right, so we move to mock draft number 4. We will go and adjust the lineup to make sure we know what we have as we head to the draft. But we're looking pretty good. We just made the playoffs. We're looking real spicy. And Manziel has jumped. At least with the morale boost, he has jumped over Brandon Wheaton. We need to come away, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We need to come away with a wide receiver. Stephon Diggs is my target. As for this, it looks like we haven't signed what's-his-face just yet. Corners I'm liking. I'm actually going to put Roby Coleman over Buster Screen just because he's a better development trait. This is a weird team because we've got like some really amazing players and then we've got some literal bums. So it is a interesting team, that is for sure. I just realized that I skipped mock draft number 4. Let's go take a look at not region breakdown. Mock draft number 4. All right, so Winston now number 1, Fowler 2, Shelton 3, Cooper 4, Gurley to the Rams. Look at that. We are picking at number 22, and they have Brandon Scherf going 21 to the Colts. If we can get up one spot, which shouldn't be too difficult, if we can get one spot, we can grab Brandon Scherf and come away with him, have him at left guard or right guard, either one, doesn't matter. I would feel pretty comfortable about that. I would feel pretty comfortable about the way that we come away with this. The only problem is we don't have a second round pick. That's going to hurt us in the long run. And then next year, obviously, we don't have a first. All right, private workouts. Let's get figuring this out. Let's get this figured the F out. Okay. So with the addition of Mark Ingram, running back becomes not as much of a need as it once was for a backup. We still want Stephon Diggs, so that's pretty much a guarantee. But I don't want to use. I'm not going to use my thing on him because we don't need to know that. We know that he's going to be good, so I don't want to waste it on him. Darren Waller is an undrafted, true talent. Brandon Scherf, I want to know 100% how good he is. And then, what else do we need to get? Linebacker. We need to focus on linebacker probably. We could stand Shane Ray, but we could stand Shane Ray up. We need middle linebacker is what we need. We don't need edge rusher. We're pretty good on that. Although we have, was it LJ Fort? We could upgrade him, I guess. D tackle also is a possibility. Grady Jarrett, I want to know 100% on, or I want to know more on Grady Jarrett because I want to come away with him. And then the middle linebacker class just isn't great, but I'll put it on Bernard McKinney because those guys could be good. All right, so how we're probably going to do this is we're going to trade up to get Brandon Scherf, and then we are going to have to trade into the third round again to make sure we come away with Grady Jarrett and Stephon Diggs. Mock draft number 5 says that who's going to go where? It says that Scherf will stay at 21. He's a top 5 talent in the class. We have to come with Brandon Scherf. Absolute 100%. And we only have to trade up one spot to get the Colts pick. So that's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. So let's do it right now before we get into the draft. Let's go call up Jim Irsay and say, hey, you had that dead hooker in the back of your car? Well, let me give you my first round pick. You give me yours, and we'll call it a day. All right, we're swapping one spot. Trade offer accepted straight up. We've got Brandon Scherf locked up now. We don't have to worry about that. But we are gonna have to get into the third round somehow again. Number 1 pick, Titans. Who are they taking? I'm assuming they took Jameis Winston. Because it skipped it to the Dolphins, who are number 2. They take Dante Fowler. That's okay. Danny Shelton. Then you got Amari Cooper going to the Cardinals. Todd Gurley ends up in St. Louis again. That looks pretty cool. Leonard Williams. Mariota to the Eagles. Armstead to the Falcons. Landon Collins, Jets. Lincoln Tomlinson. Nelson Aguilar. Vic Beasley. Bud Dupree. Philip Dorsett. Devontae Parker to the Bears. Kevin White to the Bucks. He still ends up being a first-round pick. Byron Jones, Cowboys. Trey Waynes. Shane Ray. Stephen Anthony, or Stephon Anthony, however you want to say his name. And then we are up. We're going to grab Scherf. He is a top 5 player. We know that for a fact. And we need offensive line help, interior offensive line help. That is a big pickup. Huge, huge pickup. Brandon Scherf, welcome to the squad. Now we don't pick again until pick 22 of the third round. Shaq Thompson, Cam Irving, Malcolm Brown, Marcus Peters, Cedric Ogbui, I think it's Ogbui, Eddie Goldman, Daniil Hunter, Jordan Phillips, DJ Humphries, Mitch Morse, and the Super Bowl champs, Melvin Gordon. I don't hate that. Melvin Gordon was really good when he was in LA at the beginning of his career, or I guess San Diego at the beginning of his career. Andres Pete, Eric Flowers, Donovan Smith, Ronald Darby. Let me just take a quick little peek skis. Let me just take a little peek skis at the wide receiver room. Diggs is round 3 to 4. And then we know that Grady Jarrett's day 3 projection. So same thing, round 4, I guess. Jaquiski Tartt, Denzel Perriman, TJ Yeldon, Preston Smith. There goes Benardic McKinney. I would have liked to have him as a middle linebacker. There goes Ali Marpet. Trey Walker, Tyler Lockett, Devin Funches, Havenstein, AJ Cann, Golson, Kendricks. I don't think this is going to be the class to get a middle linebacker. If we weren't going to get McKinney, then it's not going to be the class to get a linebacker. Not having that second round pick might come back to hurt us. Max Williams, Jake Fisher, Ty Sambrailo. Really, Patriots? Really? Trey Jackson. All right, let me take a look at the board because we are into third round territory, which is where Stephon Diggs is projected to go. We got to be careful. Grady Jarrett's also in here. Collins, Orchard, John Miller, Amir Abdullah, Henry Anderson. Okay. We're still sitting kind of comfortable. There's a lot of 2 to 3 guys, but they could get passed on. That's not... Stephon Diggs is certainly not safe. Duke Johnson, Eli Harold, Jordan Richards. I think... I don't want to risk it anymore. I feel like I'm playing with house money here. I don't want to risk... I know he's super far down the board. He's really far down the board, actually. Maybe I can risk it. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like playing this gamble. I do not like playing this gamble. Matt Jones, TJ Clemmings, Malden, PJ Williams, Adigazua, Coleman. We are coming up. Jordan Hicks, Ty Montgomery. That's the last wide receiver before him. That is the last wide receiver before Stephon Diggs. Oh my God. The Chiefs and the Colts are what stands in my way of getting Stephon Diggs. Do the Chiefs and Colts need a receiver? The Chiefs could use one. Colts could use one. Both of these teams need receiver, and Diggs is the best available. Ty Montgomery just went off the board. Oh my God. This is crazy. I can't risk it. We got to trade up to get Stephon Diggs. It's only a couple of spots, but we're trading up with the Chiefs to get Diggs. I can't risk it. I know they probably wouldn't matter. We can get away with it, but I can't risk it. It's too important to get a receiver in this class that we cannot risk it that much. They need one extra pick. I'll give you a 7th rounder in 2017. Trade offer accepted. Perfect. We trade up a couple of spots. We jump the Colts, and we grab ourselves Stephon Diggs. But now we're talking 4th round for our next pick, and Grady Jarrett is the guy that we're targeting. That's a big pickup. Stephon Diggs, future number 1 receiver right there. At least that's the hope. We'll have to wait and see. Does Grady Jarrett go in the late 3rd round? I would not be shocked if he did. But he's going to make it looks like. Zadarius Smith to the Patriots. That's not a bad idea. All right, we are into the early 4th round period, and there's still a lot of round 3 to 4 guys even before the day 3 projections. So this could end up working for us. Now, I'm not saying it's safe. Just because he's not at the top of the board doesn't mean the team can't reach for him. Jamison Crowder, Harrison, Cobb. I hate my life. Lions take Grady Jarrett. I was thinking about trading up in the next couple of picks. Grady Jarrett gets grabbed by the Lions. And now we are in a weird spot where we got to figure out what to do. Quandre Diggs is available. I might go Quandre. None of my middle linebackers are left, which means there's not going to be anybody else good there. I might go Quandre Diggs, or I could go La'el Collins. I think I'm going to go La'el Collins. We're going to grab him. Also hidden development. That's a nice pickup. Man, that sucks. Grady Jarrett getting grabbed really blows. Really blows. We could end up making a trade for him like we did with Manziel, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So Quandre Diggs got taken. David Andrews is still on the board. We might as well grab him. Might as well grab another. I can't win with hidden development centers. That's the third center I've drafted that has normal development. And then in the 7th round, we'll take Waller if he's available. If not, then we'll probably just sim out of the pick. He's available. I didn't think he'd get taken. Darren Waller, welcome to the team. He's going to move to tight end. Bing, bang, boom. All right. Even if we didn't get Grady Jarrett, I still think this was a really, really good draft. We came away with a much-needed interior lineman in Brandon Scherf. We're going to move him off a tackle. He's a 75. He was a top 5 pick in the class, remember. Diggs is a 73. Collins, 63. Andrews, 59. Waller, 59. We're just going to move straight up to tight end before we even have to say anything. So there we go. You move to tight end, and you're a 57 at tight end. Okay. And then we will move Scherf from tackle to probably right guard, I would guess, because that's what he plays in real life, or at least that's what he was mainly playing in real life. And he goes up to a 76, so look at that. All right, so let's see what the rest of the class had to offer. Excuse me. Byron Jones is a 77. He was the best player in the class. Then Amari Cooper, David Johnson were true 76s. They were the next two. But then we had Brandon Scherf, who was a 75, but we moved him up to a 76 by moving him to right guard. So it was Jones, Cooper, Johnson, Scherf, and Landon Collins as the top 5 players in the class. Not a great draft class, but considering what we had to work with no second-round pick, I feel like we came away with a good class. We got ourselves our franchise wide receiver in Stephon Diggs, or at least I'm hoping he becomes our franchise receiver. And we got ourselves a great right guard replacement. So we do that a little bit there. Manziel will start at quarterback for season 2. Diggs will jump in. You know what? I'm just moving Diggs right up to number 2 receiver because in one season he could certainly be passing Adam Thielen. Scherf will start at some sort of guard position. Let me view in the depth chart. He's gonna start at right guard over Greco. I know we got Batonio. We could start Batonio at right guard and have Scherf start at left guard. I might do that. Let's start Batonio at... Oh, I didn't want to back out of the depth chart. Let's start there. Scherf plays left guard. Batonio will play right guard. I guess we could flip-flop the two. Doesn't really matter. I might end up trading Greco and Lauvo. Just because. And then middle linebacker, we have absolutely nobody. We're going to have to stand somebody up in the middle, aren't we? I think I'm going to have to put LJ Ford at middle linebacker for this season. I could sign somebody in free agency, I guess. I might do that. Let me do that. Let's go. Before we end the episode, sign somebody in free agency just to have a body, because we can't have a free agent, technically. A bum be our middle linebacker. So, Pat McAfee's in free agency. Oh, we got to get Pat. We got to sign the punter. The punt god. All right, let's go to middle linebacker. So we got Larry Grant, we got Jonathan Vilma. Everybody sucks. Everybody here sucks. But we got to grab somebody. So we got to grab Jonathan Vilma. He'll be serviceable enough. He's not that much higher rated than the guys that we have there, which are free agents. But that is going to be the end of the episode. I mean, we made the playoffs. Johnny Manziel went from star to superstar. Atiba Rubin went from superstar to X Factor. Jabal Sheard's a star development player. We picked up Stephon Diggs. I like the future of this team. the near future of this team, because we're an 85 offense. Our defense sucks a little bit, but we just still need some development from Clowney and from Donald and from all those guys. But right now, I'm liking the direction this team is going in. I hope you guys are too. If you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.